Hi, guys. It's Karen, in all her glory. And we're going to talk tonight about abuse, or I am. And it's a pretty common subject in everybody's life. I don't know anybody who's honest with themselves who has never experienced abuse. And there's several different types. Um, you can be associated with a narcissist whose lifeblood is abusing. Um, and they're pretty damn good at it. You can experience abuse by viewing it, atrocities that are seemingly done to others, and world wars, and hi Juanita, and uh, death and destruction, and all this other stuff. Okay. And then you can have self abuse. And we're really gifted at abusing ourselves. We don't need anyone else to do it to us. We do it to ourselves. Not only do we do it to ourselves, and that's true, but we look at other people as though they're abusing us, and they're really not. They're just being an actor in our script, reflecting what we wanted them to be in our script, saying the lines we gave them, playing the part we scripted out for them. And there's really no person there. It's just a figment of our imagination. And this is where imagination really takes off. And that is all your reality is imagined. And so the seed of abuse is in your imagination, which is hijacked by the ego. There's no use in any type of abuse. Let's get that really out there. And Kelly and I are teaming up for a special Zoom this Sunday. The ticket is $50. You send that to me. Contact me about getting a ticket. And then also you can, if you cannot make it, um, it's on Saturday. Let me get that up. Schedules are changing as I breathe. 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, and it's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you're in France, I have no idea. Just put it in Google and find out. There's no use for abuse. It is a weapon of the ego solely. It is the ego's little dog that bites, and you don't make friends with it. Okay. Now, if you are in a loving state, a truly loving state, you will just simply hear from the other people involved in the skit a call for love that was denied. They're in pain, they're acting that out. And when you are in pain, you don't choose rightly. You want to act that out. Hurt people hurt people. It's used too many times as a justification for harming others. Oh, I was in a bad mood. Fuck off. Well, someone did a post on Facebook, which is true. It's hogwash. Hurt people have a choice of how to act. They certainly do. Sometimes, in fact, when I'm in pain, I'm the kindest, most mellow person you could ever meet. I am deeply within. I am quiet. I am collected. And I am totally in charge. And I know exactly where I'm at, who I'm with, that I'm creating reality, and I'm deeply communicating with spirit so that I heal. Then there's narcissists who are constantly in a state of hurt. Steer away from them. If you track them, it's for two specific reasons. Number one, you want justification for your pain and their game. Um, Pain can come physically, emotionally, mentally, and my ex was really good on the last two. And then legally, you can get yourself in a legal battle that lasts for a very long time. Um, and My mind just went to something. I won my legal battles. Also, um, I lost my train of thought. Isn't that funny? We'll come back to it, I'm sure. I'm pretty circular today. I just had a really powerful session with Juanita. Hi, Cheryl. Abuse can also be covered up with positive platitudes. If you run across anyone who's always smiling, run. Run as fast as you can. Get away from them. Okay, they're covering up deep seated hurt for the most part, trauma. And unless they get to healing that trauma by facing it, taking action in their life to uh, alter the course of their life, because the course of their life is making them keep the trauma alive in their life. I had to myself, and I continually have to do that because I was traumatized. I don't cover it up with positive platitudes, believe me. I'm more along the realm of being in your face, up your ass type person because I saw the destruction of being positive. And it's called toxic positivity. I'm writing a book this year, by the way, um, and it's regarding toxic positivity. And I have some key examples of people in my life who exemplify the keys or the key points that I'm making in it. Um, they're incredibly powerful people, bliss ninnies I'm talking about. And they're afraid of their power because when they're in their power, they're away from the positivity and they just don't understand the feeling, the absence of positivity and the absence of the grief because of the pain that they've hidden from, which is which killed a part of themselves that is now reemerging. I could talk on that subject, and maybe I'll have another Zoom on that toxic positivity. So let's go on with abuse. Has many levels. You can wake up and you're not in the greatest of moods. That can be abuse, especially when you do it every day. It can be picking on the cat. Don't tell me you pick on your cat or your dog. I will knock you to the floor. It can be picking on your mate or your roommate. I can attest that that goes on here. It can be choosing the wrong food substances that go into your body. It can be excessive drinking, excessive eating, eating the wrong substances that are disguised looking like food. Everything in a box is should be tossed out of your house, and most things in a can. It's not food, guys. It's fake, and I call it food. PHOOD. Um, it's more chemicals than anything else, and it alters your brain. Okay, you choose that shit because you're in a state of shit. So going on in abuse, we can even choose abusive people in our lives, like our neighbors, to live next to. I've done that before. I've lived over people who, no, underneath people who said, yes, I go to bed at 10 o'clock. He meant 10 o'clock in the morning. And he kept that from me until one night I was kept up all night long by his musical instruments. He was a musical teacher at BSU, a lovely person, lovely. And once in a while, he'd have an audience that he entertained with another instrument. And I was kept awake with that. Janet will probably truly laugh about that. So I had a chat with him. Went up, I was the landlord at the time. It was here in Boise many years ago. And he confessed to literally lying to me. And he said, I will stop it. And I said, either that or you're going to find yourself ousted. He said, understood. And I never talked to him again. He was moved out within 30 days. So that was abuse. Now, why do we have so much abuse? To wake us up in every circumstance, to wake us up. Big, cold ice cube down our pants. Hot water, hot poker on our skin, perhaps. I hate that. Even the ice cube, cold shower. It's a cold shower from the universe, trying to wake you up. There's really no use to abuse except we are hard ass, resistant people. And we won't wake up unless we literally have no other choice. And that's the goddamn truth. So something snapped in me 10 days ago. And I turned to Janet, who's my roommate, and I said, how about not moving to California yet? And how about me not retiring yet? And she immediately agreed. It was the wrong thing to do. Only because we were in a situation that was very taxing at the time. And it took that to just be the last straw. I hate wasting my time. It was a waste of time. And it was the last straw. And it propelled us into a new reality. She had just done a quantum leap, subliminal all night long. The night before, she sold her house, by the way, the next day. And that was Monday night. She sold it Tuesday. I did the same subliminal Tuesday night. And we're talking about Wednesday of last week. So it's 7 days ago. We had an emergency session with Juanita to confirm everything, and she confirmed it. And we were shot by the universal gun into a new trajectory. And everything changed. The world changed. Putin aged 50 years. Thank you. I will take that on. It was my fault. And I've been working on him, by the way. I was asked to, so I did. And so abuse. There are people who live to abuse other people to make them feel stronger. Every person who's guided to be involved in that person is doing it to themselves. They need to wake up. They do it only to wake up. Abuse itself has no real use, but it's used by us to wake up. And I want to go deeply into this subject, and I cannot on a live. I have to do it in a Zoom that you pay for. Yes, I do charge. So does Kelly. We're both worth it. So I am opening this up to inviting all who listen to this to shell some money out for you, not for me, not for Kelly. We don't get paid that much. And to realize that abuse runs your life in one way or another. Okay. So, in closing, I want you to know that you need to search for the sources of abuse so that you can turn it around. Don't ignore it. Don't deny it. Don't pretend it doesn't exist. Don't sugarcoat it. Poison is poison, guys. And I'd like you to just perhaps for 1 hour jot down all of the abuses that you are doing to yourself. Things like looking at the news when somebody gets run over, or hearing about a cat who died. Death is abuse. Or maybe having a headache. That's abuse. This entire virtual reality is filled with abuse because, guys, we need to wake up. We need to wake up and surrender to the God self. And God the Father, in His mercy, inserted the answer to our feverish nightmare that you are love, made by love, in love, for love, and that you never, ever left my side. You're just dreaming. So, with that, I will send you my love and hope to see you on Saturday's Zoom. Bye now.